Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my YouTube channel Calculus and Mathematics Learning. In today's video, I am going to start a new chapter number 4 related with FSC Part 2 Mathematics relevant with the name of differentiation of a vector function. In today's video, I am going to solve question number 1 related with exercise number 4.1 related with the topic domain of vector functions. So let's move toward question number 1. Find the domain for the following vector functions. There are total 7 parts. Part number A is f of t is equal to 2ti minus 3tj plus t raised to the power minus 1k. Remember, domain is the set of all those values of independent variable. Over here the independent variable is t used. So all those values of independent variable for which the function is defined. So for 2t, this is the function is defined, and for negative 3t, the function is always defined. But if we talk about t raised to the power minus 1k, so we can write t raised to the power minus 1 just like 1 over 2, 1 over tk. So you know that when the fraction form comes up, so we will make the denominator equal to 0. Over here in the denominator we have 2. So it means that denominator should not be equal to 0. And all the values for which this function is defined, but this function is not defined at t not at t is equal to 0. It means the domain for this function is t not equal to 0 and for all the real values. Now move to the second part of f of t is equal to 1 minus ti. This function gives us a positive or negative real value by giving some input to the t, or either positive or negative. So it means that over here the domain is real. And remember, for the square root function, the expression inside the square root must be greater than or equal to 0 in case of domain. So over here the expression inside the square root is t, so it must be greater than or equal to 0. So this is the domain for j. And for this function t raised to t minus 2 raised to power minus 1, it can be written as 1 over t minus 2. Now it is in the fraction form, so for the fraction form we will make the denominator equal to 0. So shift 2 to the right hand side, so it will be t is equal to 2. So remember, t should not be equal to 0 for this function, otherwise it will give us infinity, and we are dealing with the real for the domain. So the domain for the part number B is t greater than or equal to 0 and t not equal to 0. So this is the solution for the part number B. Now move towards the part number C. F of t is equal to sin ti plus cos tj and plus tangent tk. Remember, the domain of sine and cos is always real values. So the domain of sine and cos is real. Now talk about tangent t. You know that tangent t can be written as sin t and divided by cos of t. Now again over here we have fraction. So for the fraction we make the denominator equal to 0. So in denominator we have cos of t is equal to 0. And you know that cos is 0 when the angle is 2n plus 1 multiple of pi by 2. Because if we put n 0, it will give us pi by 2, and cos of pi by 2 gives us 0. So the function will go towards infinity, towards imaginary. And by putting 1, it will give us 3 pi by 2. Again 3 pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2 gives us 0. So it means that the domain of tangent t is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So the domain should not be equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 for the tangent t, and sin t and cos of t domain is real. So this is actually the domain for the part number C. Now talk about the part number D. F of t is equal to cos ti minus cotangent tj plus cosecant tk. You know that cos domain is real, and the cotangent can be written as cos divided by sine. Cos divided by sine. Cos t divided by sine t. Now over here the denominator is sine t, so sine t should not be equal to 0. Now you know that sine gives us a value 0 when the value is either 0, either pi, and either 2 pi. So it means that the n term will be to n phi. So for the n phi sine gives us 0, it means the domain for cotangent should not be equal to n phi. So this is the domain for cotangent, and the domain for cos is real, and the domain for cosecant will be cosecant. Again we can write 1 over sine. So over here sine again domain should not be equal to n phi. So the domain is real and n phi for the part number D. Now move toward part number E. F of t plus g of t, where f of t is equal to 3tj plus t raised to power minus 1k, while g of t is 5ti plus under root of 10 minus tj. Adding f of t with g of t, f of t is 3tj plus t power minus 1k plus g of t is 5ti plus under root 10 minus tj. Now combine j component. Over here the j component is 3t, over here 10 minus t under root. So it becomes 3t plus under root 10 minus tj, and over here we have 5ti and k is t raised to power minus 1k. Now for 5t the domain is real, and for square root you know that square root expression inside the square root the expression must be greater than or equal to 0. shift it to the right hand side, it becomes a t less than or equal to 10. So the domain for this function is just 10 t less than or equal to 10, and for this function t raised to power minus 1 can be written as 1 over t. Denominator should not be equal to 0, so the domain for this expression is t not equal to 0. Now move to the next part of part number f of t minus g of t, where f of t is equal to ln of t I plus 3 dj minus t square k, and g of t is given I plus pi of tj minus t square k. First we are going to find right f of t over here and minus time of g of t. It becomes ln of t I plus 3 dj minus t square k minus I minus 5 tj minus gives us plus t square k. Minus t square k cancels out with t square k, we are left with ln of t I minus I plus 3 dj minus 5 tj. Take out I common over here, we are left with ln of t minus 1, and here 3 tj minus 5 tj will give us minus 2 tj. Remember ln of t for the domain, the ln of t must be greater than or equal to 0. If we put ln less than 0, so it becomes, let's suppose I put minus 2, so ln of minus 2, this will give the calculator will give you math error undefined. So it means the domain for this function must be ln of t greater than 0, and the domain for this function is all the real values. Now move to the last part of today's lecture, question number 1, part number g, f of t cross g of t, where f of t is equal to t square I minus tj plus 2tk, and g of t is equal to t plus 2 power minus 1I plus t plus 4j minus under root of minus tk. Remember, when the two vectors are multiplied with each other, and over here we have a cross product, so we use a determinant method. In the first matrix we write ijk, and the second matrix we write the first function f of t, which is t square minus t and 2t. And the third row we write the second function t plus 2 power minus 1, t plus 4, and minus under root of minus 3. Now expand with row 1. So for the I, we will cross first row and first column, we left with minus t, 2t, and t plus 4 and minus under root minus t. Now over here we write minus j, and for minus j we will close this column cross and this row. So we left with t square and 2t, and t plus 2 power minus 1 and minus under root minus t. For plus k, we will cross this column and this row, we left with t square minus t into t plus 2 power minus 1 into t plus 4. Now it becomes by using cross method of determinant, it becomes minus gives us plus t into under root minus t, it becomes minus 2t square and minus 8t, and over here minus j into it will give us minus t square under root minus t, and it will give us minus 2, and they will come to the denominator, become t plus 2, and k into t square multiply t plus 4 gives us t cube plus 4t square, minus gives us plus t, and this will move to the denominator, it becomes t plus 2. Now for the domain, the under root function must be greater than or equal to 0. Now multiply both sides with minus, so it becomes t plus, and the inequality will reverse, it becomes t less than or equal to 0, the domain. For this function domain real, for this again t less than or equal to 0, and for this function denominator should not be equal to 0, so t should not be equal to minus 2, this is the domain. Over here again the same logic, t should not be equal to minus 2. So the whole domain for the part number g is t less than or equal to 0, and t should not be equal to minus 2. So with this question I finish my lecture. Thank you for watching, subscribe my channel, and also hit the bell icon to receive the upcoming notification about differentiation of a vector function. Thank you.